Hello, everybody, and welcome to
That's what
Paranormal
I have.
Nation Radio. Not so normal. How's Denise and Ron doing this evening?
Better since I got my gold star from Bank of America, so I'm doing great.
Right. That's a good deal.
Yeah, if you got a bank calling you and they claim they're from your bank and they say, "Oh, we need your debit card number," it ain't
Yeah.
them.
Hang on.
It's like the government. Oh, this is Joe from Social Security, and we need your Social Security number to get you in the system.
Right.
Don't think so.
Well, guess what? I don't have one, so you don't need it.
Yeah, I'm not from here.
Not
Yeah.
from here. Here's my damn check.
Oh,
Nigel.
but yeah.
Needless
So, how's
to
the
say,
weather down there?
It's
Beautiful.
beautiful.
It's about
We're all ready for the 80s in the daytime and the 70s at night on the equator, so we're good.
I'm
there.
ready for those too, but it'll be a while. But we're like 42 degrees today, so
Ain't too bad.
Yeah, you got a chance of snow next week and all that good junk. But yeah, no, all this stuff that we're just talking about off before we came on, and then we just
before.
I mean, just before I said, I can't deal with this right now. I got a show. I got to get this up. So while I'm on the phone trying to get all this sorted out, I'm getting this up so Ron can talk to you. And here I am. I made it in time. And like I said, all those classes that they teach you at your jobs or they send you through your banks or whatever, pay attention to it, because people are stupid apparently, because they fall for it.
oh yeah, or they wouldn't keep doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, Nigel asked how our cat from last week. Yeah, she did stop puking around 7 o'clock, and she's been fine ever since. I don't know what.
We think she ate something before the
snow. She got
into
something.
Yeah, she got into something probably before the snow hit. So,
Right.
But other than that, we're doing great, and we're looking for. We won't be here next Tuesday night because, so Carl, are you going to take next Tuesday off too?
Nope, I have a guest.
Perfect. Who's going to be your guest?
Josh Edis from Animal Podcast.
Oh, okay, good. I'm glad.
Talking about Bigfoot and Sasquatch and all that.
Oh, good.
We'll have to watch the replay after we get back.
Right.
After Ron watches the Super Bowl, of course.
No, you will have killed me by then.
Oh, that's right.
She's pushed me off the boat on February 2nd, so that's Sunday. So I got, 5 days left?
Yeah.
I might as well go to the
nudie bar.
Enjoy my last 5.
Yeah, it's going to be quite the Super Bowl. I think it's going to be a real close game.
Oh, yeah,
it always is.
That's how they always play it.
The Chiefs never beat the
don't
living
beat
shit
crap
out of
nobody.
No. It'll come down to the last 10 minutes of the game. Even maybe lower than that.
Probably.
Well, it'll be the last 2 hours of the game for that last 10 minutes.
That ain't no lie. You see on the clock, there's 14 minutes left. An hour and a half, you're still watching the game going, there's 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
It's those TV timeouts.
That's why I tape them.
It is.
So I can fast forward through the commercials.
You know what I've been waiting for all this time? You know them drones they got flying in the stadiums, filming and everything?
I'm waiting for one to crash.
I've been waiting for a football to hit one, just for the heck of it.
Well,
I think they have.
Yeah, they have. But the thing is I think they're on wires, aren't they?
Some of them are, but some of them have gotten rid of the wires and they've all went to drones.
Like was it XFL now or whatever? They did. Punter went and kicked one.
Yeah,
they hit it.
I think it reminds me of on Moonshiners when what's his name shot down the drone with a crossbow. I was like, oh my God!
That's revenuers.
Well, that's like when the drones were going over New Jersey and everything. You read about the guy down in Florida that shot down the drone, didn't you?
No. It's always a guy in Florida.
He walked outside his house and looked up, and there was a drone flying around. So he shoots it down.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, the cops show up at his house and arrest him. It was a Walmart drone delivering packages. he had to pay Walmart $5,000 to replace the drone.
Oh, wow, that thing. Hey, Mom.
Now, that's something that somebody should talk about. I mean, at some point, they should tell the people in the area, this is what's going on. When we got the new Amazon center down the road here, and they started having people drive their own cars, they were telling,
Nigel.
good night, that that you're going to see cars in your neighborhood that do not say Amazon that are delivering for Amazon.
Right.
So, but I did get us some guests tonight, and I think they're going to be fun. So if you guys are ready to laugh, this is going to be that show.
Yep.
So our guests tonight are
They're already
Kat
laughing
Hobson,
back there.
and Kat Hobson and Lori Dorsey. They are paranormal traveling partners and very good friends. Not to mention, Kat has Fate Magazine Radio at 7 p.m. on Sunday nights, and Paranormal Experienced on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Central. And both of those shows can be seen here on the Bill of Rights Network and everywhere that you're seeing this now, plus a few other places.
Right.
So I'd like to welcome Kat and Lori to the show.
Hello. How are y'all?
Hello.
Good. How you doing? How was your trip down, Lori?
It was good. It was good. It was still snow when I flew in, but it's all gone now. So I'm okay.
When she flew in here, she has snow here.
Yeah.
I was going to say, because the snow here was already gone, mostly by Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I flew in Saturday morning,
Yeah.
and there was a little bit here, there, and yonder.
I had 4 inches on my deck
Mhm.
when I got here.
I know you said that the other night, and I couldn't help but laugh. I was like, "Oh my!"
Yeah.
Well, when you fly in from 19 degrees and you fly into what, 53 when I got here or something like that, it felt like a spring day to me. I
Yeah.
was
It was
jeans and a
not a
t-shirt. I was happy.
But see, up here, we couldn't leave we couldn't go anywhere Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday morning. It was still questionable for a little bit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But again,
Yeah.
we're the record holders.
You know what?
No capital of Florida.
No. I was
No.
just blown away because, there was still snow on the ground. I drove from Birmingham down 65 South into Gulf Shores because I'm about an hour from Denise and Ron when I'm here. And it was so bizarre because there was snow on the ground at Priest. There were still snowmen built at Priesters, which is our halfway point and a really cool place to stop.
Yeah, you
But,
didn't get any snow in
Huh?
Birmingham.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, you did?
Oh yeah, they did.
Oh, I
Hey,
didn't know it
Tom.
got that far north.
It was everywhere. And
Mhm.
I was just like blown away because David was like, "You're not driving down." I said, "She's flying in. I have to be there. She can't come and, where is she?"
Yeah.
So I did. I drove down. I got here. There was still snow and ice on my stairs. There was 4 inches of snow sitting on my deck and on my rails. And now my paint's bubbled. So I'm going to be doing homeowner stuff, once it warms up. And so that'll be fun. So I was just really, I actually didn't mind the snow when I got here because it was just, I wasn't going anywhere else. I had groceries and stuff, but it was just really surprising.
It's a typical Tuesday in Ohio,
Oh yeah. Yeah, Ohio, that's not a big deal. But here, we found out that Florida has 11 vehicles that can operate as snowplows.
Oh my. Okay.
Cool.
So who knew? But yeah,
Well, the thing is, it rarely gets below freezing here.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't remember last year, maybe a couple times in the middle of the night. And, by 9 o'clock, it's 50 some degrees.
Sometimes, but we have had snow here before. And this was, I guess, maybe 5 years ago, we had a really, really hard winter. And like the vegetation was dying. So that was kind of a trip.
What
And-
about the fish we saw?
Oh, yeah. We
today?
have a huge fish kill here.
so did we.
Oh, yeah.
They froze.
And they were showing them in the Escambia River. They go, come and get the mullet.
And that's what it is. They're all mullets. We stopped because, my other gig is I'm a beach photographer. So there were so many pelicans on one of the houses on the lagoon. We saw them yesterday. And then when we came by this morning, I was like, they're still there.
Yeah.
So I stopped. I was taking photos, and
Smell.
when I was, the smell is
They're
getting
still in shock.
No,
well, the pelicans are there because of the fish kill, right? But
Right.
now the fish are starting to rot.
Yeah.
And you couldn't see the fish because they're floating and they're all up against the bank
Right.
from the tides, because we get tides on the lagoon. But yeah. And then when I came around where the marshy part is, they're all over there too. And I was just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Hi, Gary.
These
It was
birds-
just weird.
These birds better get on it, because that's
Ooh,
going to
dearie.
smell really bad. And
It's already
Within it.
starting.
Ugh.
it's bad enough when the wind blows from cantonment and we can smell the paper plant. I don't want to smell dead fish.
No. Well, you're
No.
leaving. So,
Yeah. Hopefully it'll all be cleared up before we get back.
yeah,
Yeah.
it will be.
Oh yeah.
Mother
Yeah.
Nature will take care of most of that.
Yeah, it was kind of weird looking,
I
but
was worried about our poor alligators. What were they going to do?
I do not give a rat's butt about our poor alligators. I
Yeah,
have actually
like
found
hiding
myself, I found myself during a beach cleanup out on one of the islands in Perdido Pass.
Yeah.
Standing in the middle of an alligator nest, not realizing what it was.
Oh,
And
crap.
it was because there was something white at the top of these matted reeds. And I thought it was a plastic bag, and it was an egg, a hatched egg. And so I'm like tripping out. And this man that was working on the island with me, because we go in
Touch
teams,
those.
walked up and said, "Walk to me." And I'm like, "What?" He said, "Walk to me."
Zigzag.
And he's like, "We're leaving here now." So yeah, because whoever that mama was had a new baby. So
Yeah.
I didn't need to be there.
yeah, we found a place over on the Blackwater River, one of the tributaries,
Mhm.
where all the marsh was matted down
Oh, yeah.
really flat. And we had walked down here, and I said, turn around and go the other way.
Yeah, I told you. I said, that's
It looked like
swampy back there. And she, do. And I'm like, okay.
I just went
She
to
turned
look.
around, came right back. So, let's go. I said, told
Let's go
you.
quickly.
Yeah.
Well,
So it doesn't take long to figure out.
well, we had Nolan in a stroller, so I mean, we had bait. I mean, just leave the stroller and go.
Go,
Try
Grandma,
it,
go.
Oh
Heel.
no, I could just see the alligator hearing that kid scream and going,
No.
No,
I'm
thank
leaving.
you.
I'm out of here.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's interesting. I'm just glad that our cold snap is over and I don't have to deal with that for a while. But yeah, we have some random people here that are quoting the Farmer's Almanac right now, saying that we're going to get real bad snow next week too. No, we're not.
Now, the only thing I seen in the forecast is it's going to go north of you, but it's going to go right over Birmingham and rain and possibly snow and ice.
What day?
It should be there around Wednesday, about Thursday.
Next week.
Yeah, but that's the thing
next week.
that can change.
I know it can, but
It
it's
changes like
several
people change
times
it.
and put it right in the middle each time.
Well, I'm just going to deny that. So,
Be in denial.
Stay where you're
I'm
at.
totally not accepting that. We're not going with that forecast at all.
Okay.
So Lori, when are you
It's
going
nice
back?
and sunny.
I leave Saturday.
Oh, okay.
I fly back
So-
Saturday.
Have you guys done anything fun yet?
Have you had any fun?
I've been having fun all day. I'm eating my way through Gulf Shores.
That's what we usually do.
You know.
We
And
like that little restaurant behind Arby's. We like that little restaurant behind Arby's.
behind
Very nice
Arby,
people there. Yeah, it's
Oh, the one by the
the Gulf Shores Diner.
the one. It's in the same
It's in a little shopping strip mall.
Yeah, it's right.
Yeah.
It's right with Rouse's, but it's also
Rouse's
directly behind Arby's on the corner there.
That's the Gulf Shores Diner.
Yeah.
Yes. Piper loves their swamp soup.
Their what?
Their swamp soup.
Really?
Pour it up.
White beans, collards,
Bunch of stuff.
ham, chicken broth,
Wow.
something else. But she loved it. Yeah,
That sounds good though.
Mm-hmm.
it was good. I mean,
Yeah, they give it to you.
yeah, they give it to you with your meal. It's just, I mean, it's a little bitty cup. I don't
Well, so
remember what-
far we went to the Tin Top yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
We went to DeSoto's today.
Mm-hmm.
We
Went to
had
pizza.
Crico's Pizza last night.
Yeah.
She
That was
really
good.
is eating her way through Gulf Shores.
Mm-hmm. I am.
So, and we're doing a paranormal investigation tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Where at?
I'm not technically supposed to say that it's an
Okay.
old house in Bon Secours.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I may know it because they're doing public events there. Not that one?
Mm-hmm.
No, but it's still going to be awesome.
Yeah.
It's really
Because Rob was
something-
trying to get us over there to some place in Bon Secours, but
Yeah.
he can't investigate right now.
Why?
It's back.
He had
I'm
surgery and he has to wear a brace and some other stuff for 3 months.
Oh,
So-
okay. So 3 months isn't bad, but you do need to do that.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yep.
the full 3 months.
And we know, especially he's not
Well, he
he's,
didn't do that the last time.
he's not a young chick anymore, so he needs to do what the rooster needs to do. So,
He
Well,
hurt
the
himself
rooster leads
again.
by example, so he needs to set a good one.
yeah, but you know Rob, he doesn't stop. He
do.
goes and
Well, that's part of
Good
the personality and the
Good
being the guy in the relationship, and they take care of things and take care of us. And even though it's a mutual thing, but
Yeah.
they take it very serious. You take it very seriously, like David does.
oh yeah.
So
But yeah, this guy, Rob is with Panhandle Paranormal.
mhm.
Not Ron, Rob.
yeah,
Booth.
I know.
So
Then we got what, March? We're helping.
we have to look at the calendar to see if we can help. We've been asked to help out with another investigation out at the
It's in March.
March 15th.
Yeah.
With the ghost hunting housewives again.
I love
Oh.
them. I really do. I think
They
they're the
are
nicest
fun.
women.
Yeah, they're very good.
Good, Tom.
Yeah.
Get the feeling better because we need that. Oh, I do have an update. Remember, I was telling you about my nephew, and some of the people on here know about my nephew having his biopsy the other day.
Right.
He went to seizures. Well, they finally sent him home today. He still can't see well. He's still having some problems, but they should have a diagnosis and a treatment plan by Thursday.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
good.
So
That's
that
very
part
good.
hasn't changed, but the fact that he went straight from ICU to home is a great thing.
Right.
That
I only
is a
know
great
one
thing.
other person. I only know one other person that went from ICU to home, and that was my Aunt Belle, and that's only because she drove him nuts at the hospital in Bristol.
I can't imagine a
So-
relative of yours would do that.
Oh yeah,
Oh, she was really good at it.
oh yeah.
Yeah, you could tell as soon as they let us back there. They said, "You want to go see her?" And I said, "In ICU." I didn't think we could get back there. And they said, "Oh yeah, come on back." The look on that nurse when we got there, she's like, "Oh, thank God, take her."
Oh my
I'm like,
gosh.
This poor woman is driving you nuts. Yep.
Well, we get in there to see her, and I say, I say, "Hi, Aunt Belle." I said, "We came all the way from Kansas City to see you," and she goes, "I know you did." I'm like, okay. And and at that
Like,
point,
uh-oh.
she started telling she had already done her makeup and all this other stuff, and she putting her earrings on,
I said,
getting
"What are
ready
you
to
doing?"
go. She's going, "I'm getting ready to
Because
go."
I'm ready to go. Right out of ICU. Wow.
Wow.
Sure enough, they're calling that night. We were trying to figure out who's going to possibly go next morning to visit and that. And then Dan gets a call and he says, okay, yeah, I'll be there.
in the morning.
I'll be there pretty soon.
Yeah.
Or in the morning, I'm like, what?
Yeah. You remember
Well, you
that was
have to
that
put
show
your
that I
earrings on.
did. That was the show I did in Bristol.
Right.
With all
Oh,
the
okay.
babies.
Yes.
Probably
Yes.
why we didn't get her.
Yep.
So
But that was an
weird.
interesting, fun
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, it was. And that's when we met June and built that friendship with June.
Yeah.
So, but it's just, we have so many things that we have learned throughout all this stuff about each other and from each other. So I'm going to ask this question. Lori, what have you learned from Kat?
Oh dear. Okay. What have you learned from me?
We have similar styles when it comes to investigating. That's why we mesh pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, she can be abrupt. Well, so can I, but
Shocked, right?
yeah. I usually say a lot of please and thank you a lot because I always figure that would get a little bit of response. Mansfield Reformatory is a good one.
Yes.
Yeah. I've rented that place
Several times.
3 times. I've rented the place to myself, and I could have 15 friends with me. And I celebrated my birthday.
Yeah, it's for her birthday.
Yeah, 3 years in a row. And I think it was in 22 is when you got attacked, or a picture of you being attacked.
Yeah, it was a weird thing, but my mom intervened.
Yeah.
It was right after my mom died.
Yeah. And it was for my 65th birthday. 64th birthday when I was there. We had SLS. Vicky had the SLS. You had K2. I had a K2. And Katie
was just running whatever she could get her hands on.
Anyway.
Katie Brummett.
Yeah. And we were going upstairs in the
chapel.
No, it wasn't the chapel. We were going up.
Oh, the chapel was the dancing guy. The warden's room. The warden's living quarters. And
we went up, and Vicky caught something standing directly in front of me. So I stuck my K2 directly in front of me, and it pegged.
He was dancing on her.
He was dancing. I turned on Elvis. I do a lot
lap
of
dance. Lap dance.
Pole dance.
Pole dancing. Right. If I would go to one side,
he was her friend.
Yeah. If I went to one side, it wouldn't light up. If I went to the other side, it wouldn't light up. It was right in front of me.
You could see him on the SLS. He was just getting down with his bad self all over her.
I was playing Elvis.
Did he have 3 legs or just 2?
Well, I don't know.
We don't know how glad he was to see her.
I don't know if he was really that happy to see me or not, but
But the reason that we went there was because where were we coming from? Anyway, we were moving through the prison, right? And so we were coming through the foyer, and I smelled my dad's pipe tobacco.
You could smell
cherry tobacco.
Yeah.
Pipe and that was not long after my dad passed.
Yeah. And Vicky had the SLS behind me, and she goes, "Oh my God, there's somebody standing in front of you." I said, "Okay." So that's when I started messing with the K2.
Yeah.
And you suggested turn on the music and let's see what happens. And I have always
Little
had
did
my
we
music.
know.
Okay. So Elvis came on, and by golly, he was tapping and dancing and
he was jigging.
Oh, right in front of me.
Jailhouse Rock?
Huh?
I did do Jailhouse. Oh yeah, I do all Elvis.
Yeah.
And he was getting into it.
Or something.
Something. I'm not sure. He did that for like 20 minutes, and I kind of went, okay.
She got tired of it. She turned everything off.
Yeah.
Because she was like, we're done here.
We're done. We've got enough evidence here with the SLS. And I said, we're going to go upstairs to the warden's area. So
Well, we were on the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we didn't even get all the way upstairs.
Mm-mm.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
Because he was really excited.
Oh, yeah. He was really into the music and tapping his foot and dancing and moving his hips and, so been cool if it was Elvis, but, verify it,
Well, we've had an experience that included Elvis too.
Mm-hmm.
What was yours?
At McPike Mansion. Tom's going to go. I keep hearing the same damn story, but Tom was there. We were at McPike Mansion, and there was this really stinky ghost behind me, and nobody else could smell him, and it smelled like cheesy feet.
Like
Ew.
what?
Body odor. Okay.
Oh my.
So a very distinct smell. And I'm sitting there going, oh, the smell is really making me sick. And Mary, one of our friends, she comes over and she's a medium too. And I had no clue that she was.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, she goes, it smells like ammonia. And I said, yeah, that's the cheesy feet smell.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked the spirit what his name was, and it was Mike. He said his name was Mike. And I asked him, I was telling everybody, I said, I think he's from the 1970s. And they're going, okay, whatever. And I said, what's your favorite song from the 1970s? And he comes back with Elvis.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, Elvis kind of spans time. I
Yeah,
mean,
50s, 60s, 70s, and hell, it's still relevant today.
It wasn't me
Yeah.
or Tom that smelled either. So
Yeah,
Well, that was a refreshing change, wasn't it?
yes, it was.
I'm sorry. I couldn't help
I'm just
it, Marie. I
grateful.
love you. That's why I do that.
I'm just grateful nobody else could smell it because
Yeah,
it
just-
was bad.
just you.
Yeah.
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 So, but yeah, Elvis comes in, shows up in some random places.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing
That's all she plays.
we do. Like,
So-
if we're not getting any activity,
That's she whips it
I'll-
out
I'll turn on
Yeah.
Elvis and
and she gets reaction.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
apparently it
Consistent
did because the ghost whipped something out too.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
think he was really into it.
I never said a word.
So now you can do this. You can go with Gavin in the UK and tell him your story.
There you
You'll
go.
write about it.
Go sex.
That's something-
Wee.
I just don't know what to think about that story that Gavin tells because he told it on your
The
show.
one that he is the one that had that experience, and until I read the book, we're talking about Gavin Davies, who wrote the book Ghost Sex and who had that experience. I was unsure what I thought too, because I mean, this was when I first started Paranormal Experienced, and I've done that for 10 years now.
Mhm.
10 years
So
this year.
it was really not something that I was familiar with. And when I read the book, I was like, oh my God, I can't talk about this on the air.
This is porn.
It
I
is
mean-
porn. It is porn. And so I was just like, I don't know what to do. So I just pondered on it for a while. And I thought, this is really not an unusual experience. I've heard of other people having spirits behave inappropriately with them. And I've had spirits grab me inappropriately in
Mhm.
places. Not real often, but I mean, I've had them cop a feel or grab places that shouldn't be grabbed.
Mhm.
And so I was just kind of like, I'm going to talk to him.
Yeah.
And I think I was his first US interview. And when we chatted, he was like, well, it was my experience. I was really hesitant to share it because it was he was molested by the spirit. And it blew my mind that would happen. Sexist, just label me, because I didn't anticipate that happening to a man. And it was not by a man. It was a female spirit.
Where was that at?
It was in his home in England.
I've heard other experiences, right? Succubus, incubus, because that's one of the things that Tony Pickman, he said that something similar happened to him in the Sally house.
Yeah.
But he didn't come out with that until much later.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything that, back in 94 when they were first putting the book out and stuff about the house and all this. Nobody knew about that until around 2008.
Mm-hmm.
So it took a while before anybody knew about it. So, I mean, it was almost, 15 years from the time that it happened to the time that he said something. But he's not
embarrassed or why what was he reticent with that?
Well, because a lot of people mostly embarrassed or scared. I mean, the same thing happened in the Smurl household when Karen Smurl's father, got attacked, up there in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Or Wilkes-Barre, so things happen. And he was very reluctant to come out with anything on that. But he did eventually come out with the history of it. But people did not want to believe him. They wanted to believe that he had done something to himself or he was doing something to the children.
Right.
And, and the girls all go, nope. Karen was too little. Her and her sister, they weren't even born when this happened. So, but when all the stuff came out, it was, it was a huge story, with me being friends with Ken and Farrah, I was on with Karen a lot and Deb and Arnie Johnson. I've heard all of their horror stories of things that the average person, unless you've seen The Conjuring, you're not going to believe the stories that they tell until you see The Conjuring and you're going, oh my God, can this happen? And it can.
Yeah, it can happen.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to tell you because, and I don't watch horror movies, which is funny since my best friend is a horror actor. But, it's really, I haven't seen The Conjuring. I won't see The Conjuring because I feel like that opens me up too much. And I know the principals from that house, some of them, and I don't open myself to that energy.
Right.
So
I agree. Like I said, I know Deb and Arnie's story straight from the horse's mouth.
Yeah, we heard them.
I don't need to watch. I don't have to watch the movie.
Exactly.
Same as Karen Smurl. I heard it straight from her family's experiences. I don't need to see it in the movie to make a judgment. Right. So I have not. You want to know the last horror movie I saw?
What was it?
Probably
Scooby-Doo.
1408, and that's a thriller, not really horror.
Yeah, that is a thriller.
Yeah,
but it is still freaky.
It is, but I guess technically the only real horror movie I've seen in the last 40 years would have been the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original.
Right.
And that's a joke at this point.
Yeah.
But I don't watch that stuff. I just don't.
I don't either. I think it's dangerous to open your mind that way. And a lot of people get off on that. They enjoy it. Don't have a problem with that. I'm an empath as well as the other things that I do. And for me to sit and watch that happen to somebody, even if it's a dramatic interpretation of it, it just slays me. I can't do it.
Yeah. Well, we promised Jason that at some point we will watch the Cruel Summer movies, but I'm going to have to watch it like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
I like to watch stuff with people that already saw it, so they know where all the killings are.
See, that's the thing.
I don't know. It's like I seem to know when something's going to happen. That's I kind of laugh.
Well, it's the music.
Oh yeah,
it is. The music does tell you. There's foreshadowing for sure. But yeah, I'm just not big into that stuff.
It's kind of funny. I always laughed at Halloween and Friday the 13th.
Oh yeah.
Ever funny.
Well, I'm sorry, but if there's a car running or a barn full of chainsaws, get in the car.
Yep.
I mean, just go. That commercial
I
is
know.
the best
Yeah,
commercial.
don't hide behind
It was
the
so
chest.
hilarious.
Yeah.
And
I love
mean,
that commercial.
Don't put your high heels on.
I know. You know, I
Come
sit
on.
there and I watch this stuff, and I mean, I know Kane Hodder, and his
Yeah, I
personality
know.
is so dry, and you know, I can just picture him actually becoming that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he's a
Standing
great
there.
actor, and so it really is funny to me because I just can't. I just can't. And Tom mentioned The Exorcist.
Yeah.
You know, I
And
forgot.
We're
I
not
just
seeing
finally
it
saw.
yet. Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to watch that at all.
My dad took us in 1974 to the drive-in.
Now
But-
that one did kind of shake you up because that can happen.
It
Oh,
does
yeah.
happen. I mean, it does
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, so I was 9, and my
Like,
dad
yeah.
took us.
My
to the
grandma, I was
drive-in.
not 9, but my grandma, who was psychic and all kinds of everything and knew I was before I did, was like, "You're not watching that. You cannot watch that." Well, all of my friends were. There was a drive-in right beside our bowling alley. So I was in the parking lot of the bowling alley watching at the drive-in.
Yeah.
And when I got home, my grandma knew.
Mm.
She was like, "Didn't I say no?" And I'm
didn't
like,
pay
"I
for
didn't
it."
hear the words."
No,
Yeah.
but you got the message, did you?
Yeah, the head spinning.
Do you know, in my case, we were in the back seat of the car in our jammies because we saw the first movie, which was for kids, of course. And so I remember getting down in the floorboard of the car because I couldn't take the noise from the speaker.
Mhm.
And I fell asleep back there. So I didn't see it. I saw it probably in 2022. I finally saw The Exorcist. And as I never saw E.T. except at home. But you know, that was me. I just didn't want to see it. And then when they came out with that Exorcist show, then I watched it so I could see where the show came from.
Mhm.
But yeah, the worst I think I watch is Supernatural. And that technically should be considered more horror in some cases.
It should in some of the episodes.
Yeah,
Grim.
some of them are really
Grim.
gory.
Grim's
Lori
a good
turned-
one.
Lori's last year trip down, we binge watched Grim. And I am such a wuss.
But it was a
Okay.
good show.
It is a good show, but I don't like violence. There's enough violence in the world. I get exposed to it on the news. I get exposed to it when I'm around victims that are, you know, seeking help or whatever. And I just am like, you know what? My dad told me one time that I was way too old to be such a damn Pollyanna. And I like being a Pollyanna. I like being the positive influence in the room. And a lot of people who know me are shocked that I would be because I'm fairly outspoken. But
That doesn't mean shit.
but
Being
you know,
outspoken just means that you're not, you have principles and you're willing to share.
I am. And I don't mind being judged based on my principles because I know what they are.
Right.
And if you come at me doing that, then you better have your facts. And so
Be
that's
prepared.
you know, that's true. But well, I mean, you know how it is, especially being even in a quasi public role like we are. You know, everybody has opinions and people will read inflection into something and they'll be like judgmental because you don't share the same opinion or view of a, you know, paraceleb or, you know, whatever. There are no para-celebrities. We're all ghost hunters. We all get out in the field and we all do the work. And
Mhm.
sometimes people get an opportunity to share that in a more public venue, but they're still doing the same thing that we do.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah.
don't get really impressed by that. So
I've sat many, many hours in dark rooms and
Yes.
got absolutely
Talking to nobody. Nobody.
Right.
Hey, I
Absolutely
spend
no
all
one.
kinds of time sitting here in front of my computer with Ron watching TV, talking to nobody.
There you go.
Getting told, can't you shut up so I can watch this show?
I'm missing the game. You're being too loud.
He's going, can I watch the last 5 minutes of this before you start talking?
No, you can't because I have something to say.
You don't have anything to say, and then last 5 minutes, most important part. You'll like, all right, go ahead. Let
That's
me know
why
when
you
you're
record
done.
things.
Well,
That's why
you
you record
wanna know why?
things.
No, I do.
It's
I know.
because I have no coworkers to talk to.
I get that.
I can't watch my soaps or listen to my soaps all the time like I used to. My fake faux coworkers, the
Yep.
hubbub of the office. I don't have that. All I have is cats that are bitching. Every time he gets up to do something, a cat bitches for a treat. We have
Right.
a cat puking, or somebody calls and says something, and it's like, I can't hear you, and I have to put the headset on and try to hear him better. That kind. It's just it's not the same.
In other words, I need to get my husband out the house.
Nope.
That's
No,
what it is.
because you're the entertainment dude.
She liked it better when I was working all the time because she could do whatever she wanted.
She does whatever she wants
I was
anyway.
gonna say.
You
not
being
really.
there does not inhibit doing whatever she wants.
She can't watch her soaps all day.
No, I can't. And I'm behind on Days of Our Lives to March 25th, 2024. I
Oh.
think. Yeah. Because it went to
It's like
serious.
you're
Peacock.
really behind.
It went
That's
to Peacock, and I don't have time to watch all. You have to go. All the commercials have to play.
No,
So-
they don't. Don't you have
Yeah, they
fast
do,
forward?
because I'm not paying for the subscription. Somebody else is.
Yeah.
So if they're not willing to pay, they're willing to only pay to have the service, but not they want the commercials. It's like, okay, well, and you can't fast forward through them.
That's tragic.
Yeah.
It is. So that means that like the ones that are on Hulu, those can go through. I can watch an hour's worth of stuff in 40 minutes and I'm done.
Right.
But nope,
hate
Days of Our
commercials.
Lives, it's the whole damn hour I gotta waste, and that's why I'm so far behind.
Oh, Ron, do
And I
something.
skip.
That was a bad look.
Yeah.
Well,
Please.
I'm sorry to say this, but Days of Our Lives came out in November of 1965, and it's been part of my life since I was born. It was
was my
grandma's
grandma's.
show. My
I would go and
grandma's,
sit with my grandma and watch it.
yep, my grandma's, my mom's, my sisters, we all still watch it.
Yeah.
So, but I'm way far behind, so they're not allowed to talk to me about it until I get caught up.
Well, I figured that I'm 63. I haven't watched it since I was at least 35. I'm a little behind too.
Well, you know what? Things haven't changed much. Marlena got
sure.
possessed again.
But you know what? Now, see, that is something that would interest me.
Yep, she got possessed, and when they expelled the demon from her, it went on to her grandson.
Oh my.
And-
Oh, that's
yeah,
random, and that's bad when they do it to a kid.
Yeah, well, no, her grandson was an adult, but still,
Oh.
it was just really funny. Even he had to laugh at it. So
Yeah, I was sitting there putting my shoes on or something. It's like, this guy's acting like kill everybody. I was like, wow, I said, what happened? She goes, oh, he's possessed. And I said, that's funny as hell.
Yeah.
I said, they need to do that more often. She goes, oh, they do every year.
no, not every year. It was the
Well,
it
that'd be
was-
boring.
it was the 25-year anniversary of when Marlena got possessed
I
before.
was like,
Yeah.
I don't know how you watch
So the
it.
demon came back.
Oh gee.
Right.
So, but it made me laugh,
Mm.
because I'm like, they kept showing all the old shit from back then. It
Yeah.
made me laugh. But the possession thing, back to The Exorcist. That is actually one of the things that scares the living daylights out of everyday people because they don't know.
How
They
rare
don't
it
know
is.
that if they really believe that it can happen. but it's so out there that they can't rule it out.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Mhm.
you know, that's true, because when you go and look at possession cases,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that poor young woman that's basically starved to death because her body was just riddled by this demon. And
Emily Rose.
yeah, I mean, it was just so tragic
Mm-hmm.
that was a horrible experience for her family and her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she literally died from it.
Mhm.
You know, it's just from the side effects of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't understand how people that do what we do, okay, I know it's rare. I know it is almost unheard of in the real world. But I don't know how anyone who does what we do can do it without faith of some type,
Mm-hmm.
or can do
That's
it
true.
lightly and be surprised when things go awry. Because if you're going in and you're poking a bear, you're going to get bit or clawed or eaten.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I may be strong voiced sometimes when something has really been inappropriate or just really been weird. Like when I was in Scotland, I kept getting physical experiences of people's injuries.
Hmm.
And you know, that doesn't happen to me.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right. So, you know, I got whacked in the head at the Writers Museum by a person who had fallen and struck their head on the stairs. And I had been in the room where his paperwork was, but it was in a case. I didn't know about it. And I moved into the next room and bam, right? And Lori was across the room from me, and I must have looked like a sheet of paper, but you know,
I
she's
knew
like,
something
what?
was wrong.
Yeah, she's like, what is wrong with you?
What happened?
And I'm like, I don't really know. I don't know what this is because it doesn't happen. And I got shot when we were on Culloden Battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
So
She did. I didn't.
yeah, I was just walking with Rick McCollum, and you know, we're just walking and talking, and we were at the Stewart clans, you know, markers because they're all marked by clan. And I just like right in my abdomen above my belly button, it felt like somebody just gut punched me. And I'm like, what the heck? Yeah, because I was not impressed that this was happening
Mm-hmm.
because they really hurt. And
You had to leave.
I had to leave Culloden Battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
And fortunately, Rick needed to leave too. So what the girl that was driving us took us to just get away and catch a breath. But
I walked the field,
yeah,
but I did. I could feel energy like
Yeah.
swirl.
yeah.
It was kind of like a swirl, and then it left. And then on farther down, it swirl. You could feel it swirl around you again, and then it left.
Was it changing with the different clan areas, or was it just random?
It was just random because we were going across the battlefield right down through the center,
Mhm.
and
That's
it
a
was-
weird place.
It is. It's very strange.
Yeah.
And both of you are going on the Ireland.
You are too, right?
We're hoping to. We're hoping that our tour guide gets to go.
I hope so too.
I hope so too.
Do you know who the replacement is?
No.
You tell him
He's
he has
planning
to
on
get
going.
better. Huh?
He's getting better.
I was
Oh,
gonna
he's
say, I
gonna
didn't
go.
know- I didn't know
he's
there
gonna
was.
go. I
He's
mean-
not gonna miss it.
Oh no!
He better
Come
not.
hell or high water,
He
he'll
will
be
go.
there.
He'll go as a spirit if he has to. So
Yeah.
How many
genuinely,
people do you know that's going on that tour so far? Do you have a number?
I don't know. I know that they have a certain number to get to.
She
to
said
have
20.
it, but I think we'll be fine with that.
Yeah, she said it needs at least 20, but she didn't.
And she
She
said,
didn't say. Well,
and she said
that was
she
a
could
couple
go.
months ago we talked.
And
to
she
her.
said there would have to be 20 that were going and as many as 26.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it'll be a problem because I know, well, for one thing, nobody was spending any money pre-election.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I paid my deposit and stuff. I know, right?
Yep.
But I paid my deposit and stuff, but I didn't pay it out.
Yeah.
I will when I get home.
Well,
But I
we're
think
waiting. we were waiting till we actually had our new passports in our hands.
Yeah,
And we got them.
And then we got them
Right.
I got mine.
at
So
least. And then Rick's health, we're kind of watching that. I was like,
he'll be fine. When we were in Scotland this past time, he had some issues
Mhm.
and he just battled through them.
Yep.
And we just, we were there for almost 3 weeks,
Yeah, 20 days.
20 days.
Mhm.
And we went everywhere. And when we were in Perth, we stayed at a place called Salutations, and that's where he started having some health issues. He actually wound up with COVID.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
so he was kind of not 100%, but that was different because we were with different teams that were
Right.
friends. So nobody really had to, we didn't have to really push through anything.
Right. You guys were on your own schedule, as it
Yeah.
We
was.
were. Yeah.
Mhm.
And this is going to be different. We're on somebody else's schedule.
But
Mhm.
he will do well with that.
Oh, yeah.
How many days are you guys going to be over there?
It's
days.
like 9
9
days, isn't it?
9. Mm-hmm. 9.
I
Which
did
was a
find
lot
out
shorter
though.
than 20.
I did
Yeah.
find out though that my family is related to that Blackwater Castle
Cool.
over there.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
That is good.
Yeah,
Rick
and
is-
it's only off the road about 20 minutes off the road from where we're supposed to be going down to the south end.
Yeah.
So maybe May can make a little
She's
detour.
pretty. If you let her know that that's a family castle,
Mm-hmm.
I think that she will make that happen.
probably would.
May
Yeah.
Harrington is not Maria. Okay.
Yeah.
May Harrington is a professional and really, really good at what she does.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
She's been
Or
doing
I-
it a long time.
Or I wouldn't be going with her
No.
because I've experienced the tour from hell
Yes.
and I
Well-
will not do it again.
No.
Well, but Rick could have poked anything he wanted on that one.
It was terrible.
It was awful. No. Never again.
Yeah, it was.
It was
I
bad.
mean,
Yeah. You learned a lesson on that trip, didn't you?
Yes, we did. And
well, I also learned who not to promote, and I will never ever seek any kind of mysterious adventure again
mm-mm.
in my lifetime.
Nope.
Right.
Like I said, I know. I remember all of the
Oh,
all your
yeah.
But-
talk.
Well, the main thing was, getting ditched by the tour company in a hotel where no one else knew where we were,
Mhm,
Wow.
in a town that we didn't know.
mhm.
So, and
Oh,
somebody was ready to flee the building
Mhm. 'Cause
and
of the
just
bed
go
bugs.
anywhere. And you didn't even know about bed bugs until we
Well,
saw them.
We turned
She did.
bed
I
back.
taught her about bed bugs.
Yeah.
We found them.
We found them.
So, but
that's scary.
They'll find you.
That's scary.
Yes,
Bed bugs
it
are
is.
scary.
well,
There
fortunately,
you go.
there was an odor about that hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And I had gone into the room because of a necessity. And I'm like, don't bring the luggage in. And she's like, what? I said, don't bring the luggage in.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, we're going to do this and look. And we did. And she learned what they are.
Mm-hmm.
And
Took pictures.
that's when we were fleeing the country, basically. And I'm like, we can't leave here and nobody know where we are.
Yeah.
We just can't do it. We couldn't get anyone on the phone. We couldn't get anybody on Facebook. Nothing. And finally, I messaged Jay Bloomkey and said, this has happened and we just need aid.
Yeah.
We don't know what to do from this point. And from that point on, the managers at the hotel we were supposed to be staying at and the owners got, Jay and Rick got everybody involved and we had a bed for the night. So, and then from that point on, we had a different bed, but a bed for the next 2 nights.
Mm-hmm.
And that got us through to the end of the tour.
Mhm.
So it was just
That's just
unbelievable.
stressful. That
Oh.
makes it stressful when it's supposed. It's a trip of a lifetime for many people.
It was.
So it's a one-time thing. Sometimes you sometimes
Well, it
never
was
get to go
supposed to be.
back.
It was supposed to,
It was supposed to
it
be.
was supposed to be.
So, but you know what? Nobody died.
No.
No.
We got to experience Cool Russ is great. You need to come with me to Scotland.
Mhm.
You need to do that. We need to do a trip, just a big group trip. But we got to see Cool Russ, which is the most amazing
Mhm.
place that has a terrible witch history,
Oh yeah.
but still is
Amazing.
amazing. And
Mhm.
then St. Andrews, the trip that we went on this year, we got to stay in the dorms at St. Andrews
Mhm.
because it was during summer break.
Yeah.
And
That was pretty cool.
it was really cool.
Yeah.
But we got to go to we got to do a lot of work with Scottish Paranormal
Mhm.
and the History and Hauntings tour. That
History and horror. Yeah.
horror, history
Yeah.
and horror. I do that every time.
What in
I'm a-
Scotland where you was at with the Knights of the Templar?
Knights of the Templar was with Scottish Paranormal when we
Yeah.
went to the temple,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and it's called Temple.
Mhm.
Yeah, and oh my gosh,
It was pretty
the
cool.
energy.
I heard a lot about that.
Yeah.
That was astounding, and I think that was probably for the mystical side of things
Yeah.
my favorite
Mhm.
place because
Other than the midges were attacking
midgets don't like me.
and me.
So, but
They
I was
like
okay.
people.
Mikey was eaten up.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they're horrible. I mean,
Oh, they are.
it's
Now-
as bad as mosquitoes.
Is
They're
Mike
actually,
going
I
to
think,
Ireland?
worse. They leave marks and they do things and they just keep eating you.
Mhm.
They're really bad if they like you.
Yeah.
Now, is Mikey going to Ireland with you?
That's the plan. Him and Julie.
Oh, good.
That was on. They were some on the list of people that when we interviewed May, that she had said was going. I mean, because a bunch of these people ended up in the chat room telling us, "Yep, we got tickets and we got tickets and we're going."
About everyone in there.
So
Mhm.
yeah, about everybody in there. And I mean, hell, it's going to be what,
At least 10 or 12 or
mostly women, maybe a few guys.
That's because of Rick.
Well, that's good because Ron's always with that, whatever, all the women. We never end up together. He's always with everybody else's wives or girlfriends.
Ron will click with Mikey. No problem. Mike's
Yeah.
a super nice guy.
Mikey is amazing.
Yeah. He's a good guy.
And he's the best damn drone operator I've ever seen in my life, as
Mhm.
far as the videography that goes with that.
Oh yeah.
Because, oh my gosh. And we actually got footage that we weren't supposed to get. But fortunately, the person that regulates that didn't send us to jail.
Yeah.
That was nice. And then when we were at
We've been everywhere.
the
Perth,
one
Inverness,
Bonnie King Prince Charlie's death mask.
Bannockburn,
No,
Mangus.
Mingus. We went to Castle Mingus. They call it Mingus. It's Menzies. If you're like an American reading it, it's Menzies.
Yeah.
But oh my goodness. When you stepped out of that car, you were in a painting.
Yeah.
It was the most beautiful place I've ever seen in my entire life as far as the scenery went.
Oh yeah.
The shield that's on the castle is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
They have the death mask of Bonnie Prince Charlie there.
Mm-hmm.
And they have, I mean, it was the most beautiful place I've ever seen in my life. And people get to live there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was pastures, and
Oh
the Scottish pines were like 3-story buildings tall
yeah.
or taller.
They're
And the
ancient.
needles were like this long.
Yeah.
You mean
And
kind
they
of
were
like the
just-
ones on our tree?
They're beautiful.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
We don't have
not
trees like
forget to
that.
clean
here.
them.
Yeah, we have the long needle pines that are,
Yeah.
the needles are about almost 12
Yeah.
inches long.
Yeah.
I hate cleaning
They
them
go
things up.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do go everywhere. But
They do.
these were, I mean, these were ancient.
Mhm.
These were like prehistoric. They were so big and so old. These forests were
Yeah.
medieval.
Mm-hmm.
And the energy that comes from that
Yeah.
was like
Well,
driving through it was just
what about the circle, the stones.
Yeah. We went to the Kala stones, but
Cairns.
really there were energy circles everywhere.
Yeah.
And
Do they have fairy rings up there too?
yeah,
Oh, not that many,
but they do.
but they do have them.
Obviously,
We didn't
Ireland
go
has
into it.
those.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
assume.
But we were in wasn't it Dunkirk?
Mhm.
Dumbarton. We were in
Dumbarton.
Dumbarton. That's not right.
Mm-mm.
That's the castle.
Yeah.
We went to so many places.
Gosh.
I know.
But we were in this town that we had gone to just for tea, and the chapel was astounding. But they had tree circles,
Mhm.
just energy circles, and they had Lori got to experience that for her first time.
How did you experience it? Explain.
Okay. Give you a little background.
Gonna
I
need it.
got hurt putting my overhead. I shoved my suitcase up in the overhead and something let loose in my shoulder.
Oh, no.
On the way
And
there.
on the
there.
way there. So I was
Dude.
hurting, really hurting. I was taking all kinds. Mikey had all kinds of stuff with him, and we were trying
Travel with Mikey.
Yeah, he's a nurse. So anyway, well, so is Julie. But anyway, Kat, we go into this. There's right next to a beautiful church that they were remodeling.
And by a river.
Yeah, and right next to a river. It was absolutely breathtaking. And then you see these circles of trees all the way around where this church was at. And Kat says, "Do you know what that is?" And I said, "No." And she goes,
Bunch of
"That's
trees.
an energy circle." I said,
Those are trees.
"And okay. And what does that mean?" She said, "Come in here and I will show you." I said, "Okay."
She
So
trusts me. Go figure.
Yeah, I know. I followed her into this circle of trees and she said, "Touch the tree." So I touched hands on the tree. And then she said, "I'm going to help your shoulder." I went, "Oh."
She was scared.
Yeah, I was a
She's going,
little.
don't touch me. Don't touch
Yeah.
me.
And she goes like
Dr.
this.
Hobson.
She puts her hands on my shoulder, and I'm telling you, it put me to my knees.
Fixed her though.
The rush of energy that came through her hands onto my shoulder, I fell into her arms because it was so.
Which was a big catch.
Yes.
But I did catch her.
Yeah. And
Good.
after that, I could tell the
inflammation was leaving.
inflammation was going away. It was slow, but it was starting to subside.
But she learned that if she's having any kind of energetic thing go on, find a tree.
Yeah. And I did. There was a few times when we went into where that creek was, where we put the silver in, and
we went into like a fairy druid forest and did the tying prayers to the limbs and stuff. And when you get them wet in the creek and tie them,
you say your prayer,
you put your intention out and tie it. And when the fabric dries and or rots, then whatever your prayer for is done.
And
Yeah.
when I
Many told us to take something shiny with us.
That's for the leprechauns.
Yeah, the leprechauns.
Like fairies. Because
she said, make sure you
like
bring
shiny.
something shiny with you.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you use dimes.
so is
I
this
use
a
dimes.
similar thing? Is this fabric thing a similar thing?
It's
a
prayer.
It's a prayer. It's a druid practice.
Yeah.
And
there were hundreds.
Yeah,
of
there were
those
hundreds.
ties
I'll
all
send you
over.
pictures of it, Denise.
Yeah, there's hundreds of them. But when I got there, I had a really bad headache. And the farther we went into the forest, it just went away.
Well, maybe that's what I need. I just need.
Running around the woods.
Yeah, you need to run around the woods, Denise.
There you go.
I got a
I'm
doctor
not-
appointment tomorrow because of the stupid ass migraines. Because
Yeah.
I told him, I said, they go, we can't get you in until later on next month. And I'm like, I'm going on a cruise on Saturday. I need
I
something
got her
now.
convinced. I got her convinced about grounding mat. I got her into that.
And it's actually a mat
Mm-hmm.
that it has
Plug into your ground.
Into the ground on your electrical outlet. And where is it? Is it on my bed?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll go get that while you talk to.
I got her convinced because I've been having problems with circulation and sleep, you know, and I don't want to take a lot of medications, drugs, that kind of stuff. Yeah. So I did some research on this grounding. Yeah. I have such bad feet, I can't go barefoot. So I got this grounding mat, and I used it for a week before I came here. Mm-hmm. And my sleep was better. I didn't wake up.
That's it.
Yep, it's just a small one. I put
Turn
it on
around. What's the back look like?
It's just black.
This is actually the part that I put my feet on. Mm-hmm. She's letting me use it while it's here.
Mm-hmm. And you don't hook it up to anything. You just put it on the floor.
You can put it on the floor. Put it at the end of the bed under your feet. And this is the plug.
You see?
Only prong that has anything to it is the one for the ground.
Mm-hmm. Right.
These aren't even.
Yeah, they're just plastic. They don't even go in. Nope. They just hold it up.
Yep.
And then there's the cord. You've got length to the cord. In fact, mine will be there when I get home because I have trouble sleeping. And
I have been lately.
This is amazing because I didn't really believe in it.
I thought it was snake oil.
I thought it was hokum too. Mm-hmm. And so
I like that show though.
Where'd you find out about that?
I was reading on the Instagram, how they do this advertising.
Yeah.
And I listened to this guy and I thought, okay. And I kept doing research. I went into Google and typed in grounding.
She really went into some depth on the research.
I did. And I thought, okay. And I have a lot of problems with my ankles because I've had so much surgery done.
In her feet.
In my feet. On my left foot, and it constantly swells. Does it make any difference?
And she walks like 4 to 6 miles a day.
Mm-hmm. And I thought walking would help with the swelling. Yeah. Nothing helped. Nothing. And since I've been down here, because I used it a week before I came, my ankles don't swell. And they said it's good for circulation. They said it will open up the negative ions that you got your feet on, will open up the veins in your legs and stuff, and
it opens the capillaries.
Yeah.
You know what? In ghost hunting, they use negative ions too. So you can probably take it on a ghost hunt.
Mm-hmm. Gulf Coast food will do that too.
That's true.
But seriously, I got her.
Walking on the beach does it for me.
Yeah.
Well, I know they make grounding pads for your bed.
Yeah, they do.
Mm-hmm. I know. I talked to a guy on a show that has them. Yeah.
What is it? It's a wire that runs underneath the mat?
Well, the mat.
Yeah, it's just
it's rubber.
It runs through.
Yeah, it's just a rubber. I saw the rubber mat, man. She pulled the wire out.
It's not a wire. It's not rubber, really.
No, it's kind of a vinyl.
Okay.
Oh.
There's a plug right here.
Yeah.
That this plugs into, and then the wire. This is the
adapter. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And you use the plug, and it's got the holes, and you put the thing down in here, and then you plug it into the wall,
into the ground, part of the plug.
Where do you find these at?
This is Moon. Oh, I can't remember. Moon.
It doesn't have the name on it.
It's on the box.
You want me to go get the box?
Yeah, it's in the corner of the room.
I'll get the box.
Because I know I've seen some things about.
How much do those run?
The small was only $35.
Oh, well, even if it is snake oil, you're not out much.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to put a lot of money into it, because you can, the sheets are really expensive.
Yeah, and you can probably pay as much as you want.
Yeah, there it is.
Grounding mat. And what's the name of the?
You just got this?
What's the name of the company on that?
I just got it. What's Moon something?
Something. It's EM.
Use it after a bath.
Don't use it after a bath.
Or
Don't-
during.
Yeah,
Do
don't
not
use
use it after a bath.
Do not use it after a bath.
It will
It's
ground you.
It's EM, but it doesn't say what moon.
Oh, I can't.
Although, because I'm a parrot head, I would say everlasting moon, but probably
Hang on.
not.
I sent you the link.
Hey, Crystal.
Hey, Crystal.
Oh, let's
She
see.
did send me the link. She's
Oops.
going to pull it up. But, you know,
That's
one thing
Irene.
that I have to say
Yeah.
is that I don't sleep. I don't sleep all the way through. I don't sleep long at all.
Earth and Moon.
Earth and moon. Earth and moon.
Mhm.
Earth and Moon.
What,
Earth
Amazon?
and moon.
Mhm.
And what did you say the price on them were?
35 for a small mat
35.
like she's got.
Yeah,
Mhm.
35.
Mhm.
Well, I'm looking it up, and the ones I found were higher priced
Get
than
it
that.
off Amazon.
From Amazon.
Amazon.
Oh, Amazon. Okay.
I got it off Amazon.
But the first night that I put it on the bed, the other night when I was doing my show, I had
Yeah.
my feet on it. Which
Oh,
is
really?
probably why I was able to maintain so well. But when I went to bed, it was the first time that I had actually, because she puts it up across the bed and sleeps with her feet on it.
Mhm.
And so I tried that. It was crazy because I went to bed at like regular time. I woke up at 7 a.m.
Did you feel refreshed?
Yes. I can't tell you the last time I slept for 9 hours. Ever.
I wonder if I can
So-
get one before the trip.
Oh yeah, they
Do it
got
next day.
overnight.
Do
Or
it
the
next day.
trip.
Before
It's
We're
you know,
leaving
unbelievable.
Friday morning.
I know we have an Amazon warehouse right down the street.
But I'm not going to. And then, like last night, I woke up at 2 and I was awake for like 5 minutes and was
That's
out.
sleep. Mhm.
I was out. And I couldn't really believe it. There, thank you, Carl. There it is.
$21.99, I think is what it is.
I've done some research on something that's similar to this. I mean,
Well-
it kind of works similar to it.
What did you find with your research?
I can't remember what brand it was,
This
What's
is
and I don't even remember how I got on it.
And
Earth
what's
and
funny
Moon.
is, thank you,
I was-
Tom. I already got the
13
the
by
message you
29
sent.
mat is what this
Yeah,
one
the
is.
13 by 29.
13 by 29. And you can get it next day. Well, on my phone, it's next day.
But
Right.
but one thing that I when I told my husband what happened, that I slept, he was just blown away because David knows that it's a real struggle for me.
Yeah.
Mainly because I keep him awake too. But it was so amazing. He was like, "Well, so that'll be here tomorrow, right? I'll be looking for it." And
You'll probably use it.
and it's
Well-
HSA and FSA approved,
yeah.
so I can get it on
Yeah,
there.
I'm just- and I
I know
got,
I've researched a lot of different grounding things.
I got the smallest one, which is
Bracelets,
13 by
and
29.
different things.
Yeah, I think it was bracelets where it looked
Yeah,
or something.
sounds more interesting. I'm gonna have to look in that and get one for Tammy.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
that's what
didn't
I
mean
was
to do it.
thinking.
I didn't mean to do a commercial.
Yeah.
But I mean, it really is for
Yeah.
me. It's already been life altering.
And the only reason why I got that particular mat was because it has a tester.
To
to
test
make
the
sure
sockets,
The socket has a ground.
Right.
so you're
That-
safe.
So you're safe.
Yeah.
You got to make sure it's wired. The ground is wired in. And
They
there's a
should be in
tester.
these new houses.
Well, I wasn't
You never
sure
know.
and I didn't know what to do.
Well, her
I-
house is not new. Her
No.
house was built in the 70s, so
Yeah.
she was
Yeah.
like, wanting to make sure.
Yeah. And I brought it with me and we tested every
All
time
of the
she plugged
plugs,
in
yeah.
and everything was good.
Yeah.
But that's just
A safety
mine.
thing. A
Mhm,
safety thing.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Peace of
And it-
mind,
well-
really.
And it
Well,
also,
if you get it and plug it into an outlet that don't have a ground, will it does it light or anything and tell you it's got a ground working or
The
what?
tester does.
the
The tester lights
Yeah.
up.
I've got
That's
a
right.
tester.
hmm And
And-
if it isn't ground, it's not going to work.
right.
Yeah, you
Maybe
want to
don't-
know that that's right.
Maybe it'll
Yeah,
drain
I've
your
got a test. I still have a tester.
it'll drain your energy instead of giving you energy.
Well, it
it's-
helps.
It's really bizarre though, because
Mhm.
when she was telling me about it, I'm like, that has to be hokum. There's just no, And then I tried it, and first I just sat with my feet on it, and
you feel something weird.
They even have
there's a
pants.
sensation. It's not scary.
No,
Julie, it's not scary.
no.
But
They even have pants you can wear.
Really?
Go for your walk.
He's kidding. He's just giving me
Hey, I'm
bullshit.
thinking of my next idea.
hey, you might as well give it a shot, right?
Yeah.
Put a little battery pack on those
Put a
babies.
battery pack and carry your little fanny pack with a battery pack in it, and you'll be grounded all the time.
I don't know about chronic pain,
They keep you
but
warm.
I know that Lori
It
has
snows
had,
in
I don't know
Florida.
how many surgeries on her feet.
Mm-hmm.
And without Hoka's, I broke my knee, and without Hoka's, I have a struggle.
Yeah.
And my physical therapist was like, I can't tell you that you need Hoka's, but if I were to tell you something, I would just have to say, I can't refer you. I can't recommend those.
Right.
So I bought Hoka's that day, and I've lost almost 50 pounds, and I still have knee problems, but I can walk as much as I want to.
Mm-hmm.
And Lori, with all of those foot surgeries, is
4 miles a day.
4 miles a day, sometimes more.
Oh yeah.
So, it's something that
Tom brought
I
up a
know
good
how
question.
it works.
What if you laid on it on your back? Would it, grounding your back, would it help
Well,
back?
it grounds all of you.
Yeah.
If
That's
you're-
why you just need
You don't
your
have
feet.
to have it on your back.
Mm-mm.
And Tom put in there too, one for his back. You don't have to touch what's hurting
No.
because as long as your skin is touching it,
Yeah.
the grounding is in effect.
Mm-hmm.
Real.
I've seen a lot of people that put it under their computer and lay their arms on it when they're working, because they have to have their shoes on so they can't ground, but they
Well, I
can't.
wonder if that would help Tammy with her high electricity in her body,
I bet it would.
because
try
she
it.
goes through cell phones and computers like you wouldn't believe.
I do that.
And
I have
it's
that same
because of the electricity in her body.
It
I know.
is.
Well, the grounding, I'm sold on it right now.
After I had my feet, because the other night, Sunday night, I had my feet on that mat the whole show.
Mm-hmm.
None of those computers worked pre-show.
I know.
Okay. Not one of the 3 freaking laptops I had with me worked.
Yeah.
You buy
They were-
5.
When
They
I
were-
got
Internet.
when I got off the show and you had me get a laptop back out, I had my feet on that mat for 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And it worked fine.
And this one works fine. I took the HP back.
Tom
I'm
was
using the
there, yeah.
Dell now
Mm-hmm.
Right.
because I decided to keep it because it's small and I can travel with it. But
Now.
I don't know if it helps seeing spirits or not, Tom. I'll let you know tomorrow.
Okay.
Here's
That's
what
great.
I'm wondering.
Investigation tomorrow.
I'm wondering if I put it at my feet, if it'll help me focus.
I
Oh,
think
yeah.
it couldn't hurt.
I bet it'll help with your
It
mind.
couldn't hurt.
Yeah,
It's
'cause
amazing. I'm telling you, some people, like I said, they put it when they're at their desk, they'll put it on the floor because they can take their shoes off. Now, some people can't, and they lay it underneath their computer so their hands or their arms or
Well, because
You
you
just
always
gotta
have your
have-
hand over here on your mouse or whatever, and
Yeah.
so you're already on the table.
you've just got to have skin contact.
Let's say Tom might try it on his back. That's not actually a bad idea.
Well, I mean, you don't have to put it on the part that hurts.
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they have sheets that are grounded.
They do have
sheets
grounding
as well.
sheets, and I'm already looking into those because I have seen such a difference in my sleep just while I've been here using it,
Mm-hmm.
and it
You
had
sure
gotten
it's
to
not
the
just
point.
the beach.
I'm
No.
sure because I haven't been able to be out quite as much as I want to.
Mm-mm.
No,
But-
being at the beach, just
It
just
fixes
being
me.
there.
Being at the beach fixes me,
But you don't
so
sleep. Still don't sleep.
but I
Not
still
one will
don't.
be
But I still don't
Thursday.
sleep.
Gary's got one now.
I guess we got a sponsor now. We'll have to call Earth and Moon and tell them.
Yeah, we're gonna have to call and say, "Hey, would you like to sponsor the show?"
This
Yeah.
show brought to you today by Earth and Moon
And
grounding
Moon.
mats. We
Yes.
recommend
Yeah.
them.
Well,
$35
that would go
for
with
the
the hey, we just tell them that goes with the paranormal. You're using the earth and the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's really bizarre. because I really did not anticipate that kind of experience with it.
Mhm.
And
Gary just bought
so
one.
Gary,
Yeah, I know. We just
Gary,
said
you're
that.
gonna
I
have
just
to let
saw
us
that.
know how that works if you would, please.
Well,
I hope that
He
you live
needs
like
it.
I do.
Maybe it'll help his blood pressure. You didn't know Gary was in the
how it
hospital
didn't.
for 2 days
Oh,
I don't
crap.
know
with
how
high
it didn't.
blood pressure. We just found out when he called the other day.
Mhm.
Gary, I hope it does.
Yeah.
Well, he's gotten off the heart meds, right?
The
Yeah.
swelling of
He's
my
doing
ankle.
pretty good other than his blood pressure now.
Right. The blood pressure medicine. Yeah.
Reduce
Yeah.
your sodium intake, Gary. Remove.
Go
So-
Gary.
Yay.
Gary used his points.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. But I thought it was hokum. I thought it was snake oil. I really did. But I
she's
was-
harder to convince than I am.
Yeah. And so with the it's the swelling for me. My ankle swells so much. I drink so much water. I walk 4 miles a day and my ankles still were swelling.
The
And
swell.
it was driving me crazy because
And
I
it's
didn't know
it's
what to
extreme
do.
swelling. It
Yeah.
really is it's really unpleasant for her.
Mhm.
But do you notice any other aches or pains that you had in your body that are gone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The knees especially. I've noticed that, but I've also started taking collagen.
Yeah.
Because when I
It's a
had
good combination.
the shoulder injury, which it turned out to be a tear in my rotator.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Slight tear.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a centimeter is what he said. Complete.
Yeah. Oh, it don't take much.
Yeah.
And they
Believe me.
said that I had tendinosis, and I looked that up to find out what that was, and they said it's age related, and your body is lacking collagen, vitamin D, and C. Well, I take a D and I take a C, and so I started taking collagen, and holy mackerel, does that make a difference?
So are you taking the Dr. Emil's like Kat's taking in the pill form, or are you taking
I'm taking pill form, yeah, but it's
Yeah.
Well, I use
powder
powder. I do I know, isn't it nasty? But I put mine in
That's not bad.
juices now. I take
Oh,
the
okay.
Dr. Neal's with the collagen capsules. I take 2 of those, but I will still fix a drink in the morning.
I
So
do.
far, I
because-
found the only way I can drink it is in hot chocolate.
I haven't tried that. I wonder if that would help.
I
Does it?
do pills.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
we
do 2 in the morning, I do 2 at night, and it's
we're
all
doing
5
Ancient nutrition.
Ancient
five
nutrition.
collagens.
We just got it.
So
Yeah, this
But-
is all 5 collagens because I looked that up too.
yeah, theirs
Yeah,
is
so-
multi collagen as
It's
well.
like 12.
Yeah, I do multi-collagen.
This
Yeah,
has
I think
5
ours
of
has
them.
got 12.
Mhm.
But you know,
10 or
it's
12.
really amazing because all of the stuff that we're talking about, including the collagen, is holistic.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't
Right.
rocket science. It's not prescribed medication.
Mm-mm.
The grounding is completely,
Mhm.
yeah, it would be considered completely woo by my surgeon cousin, right?
Oh yeah,
How can you be
this is
doing
all
that?
witchcraft and
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
or
yeah.
bullshit or
Oh yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm sorry.
wishful
If
thinking.
it makes me be able to sleep and it makes her not swell or it
Mhm.
helps my pains,
Mhm.
color me witch.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, huh?
I agree.
I
Yeah.
just
100%.
absolutely call
Yeah.
me what you want to if it's working.
Mhm.
And I don't have any patience with people that don't have pain who ridicule people that are trying to find help in the methods that they do, as long as you're not doing like something so
It's
off the wall
dangerous.
that it's going to cause you harm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
You
right.
have to do something about it.
and I agree. I'm to the point. I just don't want
It's not, Tom.
to be taking medication. I mean, I take one prescription medication and that's it.
Yeah,
I'm
I just
very
take my
happy with
thyroid
that.
supplement.
Right.
Well,
and
I'm happy. I'm 67 years old and I take no prescriptions. None.
Yeah.
So
She's just showing out now.
yeah,
Well-
well, in my case, it's hereditary. My
Yeah.
mom hardly ate anything and had high cholesterol. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now, I got a question for all of you there.
Okay.
I know, Kat, you got a fleur, right?
I'm sorry.
You got a FLIR. The
Clear.
FLIR.
Yes.
Flare.
Well, I don't have a flare. I have a tool, a Nutoya, which is my thermal imaging camera. It does video too.
Okay. Over there on their website, I'm going to bring this up and show you. This is something I want you to do with your FLIR or your deal. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Where
Oh
they
my gosh, Carl.
show, take a picture of the legs and see what color they are. You
And
know,
then get on it.
why it's not grounded. And then step on the grounding pad and see what it does.
Do you want me to do
That's
that
what picture that is. So I'm wondering.
Do you want me to do that now?
No, not now. But I'm just
Let me
saying,
check
do it and let us know if those pictures turn out like those.
That's why you're not swelling, because look at that inflammation up there, and that's
Yeah, look at around the inside
Oh, Rick.
and the knees.
Yeah.
Hey, Carl,
It's hot.
You're giving feedback today.
I'm getting feedback.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It might be a little too close.
I think
to
it's
your
just
mic.
because he was excited.
Yeah.
It could be. I got loud. But
No, it's been going on this whole time. It's
I
just
haven't noticed.
yeah.
Talk some more.
well, I bet I do have feedback. Okay. Now I bet.
Now you're better. But I will do that, and I will share that on Facebook.
I
You
just
can
ran
find me on
across that
Facebook under
on their,
Catherine Hobson, Kathryn.
What would cause that?
Well, the bottom number's fine. It's the top number that's in your stroke range.
The top one is
Mhm.
right.
So, Gary, you need to reduce your sodium. Drink more water.
lots of water.
Less sugar.
Well, he drinks lots of water and low on sodium.
Lots of water with nothing but ice in it.
Yep.
There you go.
His mic
Well-
is hot. Oh.
Well,
But
you know what? I guess we're all going to be providing feedback to each other about our grounding mats when they come.
Well,
you'll be
so-
surprised. I mean, really.
I just, like I said, I just don't want to take more medication
Absolutely.
for anything. And a migraine is something that here of late I've been getting them for the last 6 weeks a lot, and it's getting old, and I'm tired of it,
Yeah.
and I don't want.
Well, at least you'll get out of the house every now and then.
So I do get out of the house.
I know you do.
Oh, so
I won't tell you what else I use that helps me with my neck and my stuff. I have
it's not a little blue pill, is it?
no.
I don't know.
It's a neck stretcher,
Oh.
and it unpinches the nerves, and I have to do that.
Do you hang yourself in your bedroom closet?
Kind of. No, I lay down.
Well,
but it's like,
make sure you
things
let
you didn't
somebody
know
know
you
you're
didn't
there.
know.
pillow. It's pillows, and it stretches the neck, and you lay down, and it just you can feel every vertebrae in the neck just completely separate, and all the nerves that's in that bunched up area.
Did you bring that with you?
No.
Keeping the good stuff at home,
Well,
guys.
That one I've used for years.
Or hang.
Or if you can afford an inversion table.
Yep.
I
Those
love
work great.
inversion tables.
Inversion table.
I've used them
That's
many
really
amazing.
times.
good.
Your
That'll
brother
help.
has one.
He doesn't
Those
have
are
one yet.
amazing. If you can keep your
Went to that
spine
thing
straight,
for
I
the
swear to God,
stretching.
if you can keep your spine straight, your body will heal itself.
That was
Yep.
the last time he
You
left
know,
the house.
on the cruise, there's a class that they're giving about posture.
Oh yeah,
Cool.
hmm
So they're doing that. Oh, and they made some mistakes on some of the stuff. So they have massage tasters.
Massage tasters.
Yes, it's supposed to be like a
They don't know
a
English.
teaser. It's
Eng-
supposed to be a teaser, and they put taster, and I was like,
Oh,
Your English is a little off.
I've seen some masseuses I wouldn't mind tasting, but I don't know about that.
Right.
So I saw it on, and I mean, and it's in the app for Royal Caribbean, and they put it all in there, and all these things. One of them, all these massage things say tasters, and I'm like,
That's so
Why?
bizarre.
That's weird.
I mean, I told Ron, I
They
said
didn't proofread
the
it.
word is spelled right. It's just the wrong word.
Well, the funny thing is that, I say that kidding because, my masseuse is a little old person, but it's really interesting because if you have a masseuse that's got really great, strong hands, it doesn't really matter how long you get massaged because they can fix the knots or whatever.
Take the knots out.
Take the knots out. But if it's somebody that's not adept at, that, you have to have strong hands to be good at that.
Mhm.
And
Well, Denise has got a good masseur. I'm looking for one, but
I bet you
I'm
are.
single and I'm always looking for a good masseuse.
I get my back
I
rubbed.
think we've changed the language here. So
So actually, we are actually at the end of
We're
the
out of
show
time.
anyway. So
Okay.
woo,
I got a brother to scold anyway, so
that's another story.
Here we go.
So I would like to thank you guys so much for coming on. This has been a great show. We've all learned something. We now can contact Earth and Moon and tell them that we have promoted their stuff and
Without
see
a
how many
doubt.
we're gonna sell about
sell out.
20,000 tonight. Like we're out.
Yeah,
We're
There we
done.
go.
So, and if
Right,
anybody
right.
has any questions about what we were talking about, needs some more information, I've got it on my cell phone. I can send it to you and we can
Right.
deal with it that way. But please be aware, there will not be a Paranormal Pride on Monday. Ron and I are taking a computer away from the computer vacation.
good for you.
And
Good.
Carl will have a guest next Tuesday night. Ron and
Yep.
I won't be here. So you guys all have fun and give Carl shit for us while we're gone because he's
That's
going to
right.
need it.
I'll
know,
come
we-
into chat just for that, Carl.
I
Just
bet
come
you
down and
will.
chat and
You
make sure
will.
that you're treating him like shit because that's what I do.
I'm not
And,
going to treat Carl like shit, but I will give him shit.
Yes.
So
Yes,
please,
he does.
please give him
it's two
shit.
different things.
Yeah, he knows. You know,
Sure
he's
he
a
does,
Gemini
he
like
does.
me. He can put up with a lot of crap.
No, I'm like,
That's
Thank
right.
God. All I can say is
I don't
thank
believe in
God.
that crap.
Me either. But make sure you join Carl here next Tuesday night at 5 p.m. Central, everywhere that you're watching this now. And the Paranormal Pride will be back in February with a special guest. I already have her, and I am not going to tell you who she is in case she cancels.
Teasy, teasy.
Right.
So make sure you guys join us then, and keep my nephew in your prayers.
Stay grounded.
Absolutely.
Stay
Yeah.
grounded.
Keep my nephew in your prayers so that he can have a full recovery. And
Yes.
'cause I'm really very concerned about that. But
Well, at least you got out of the hospital.
yeah, he got out of the
today.
hospital. So Carl, where can everybody find the show?
They can find us on the Temple of Phoenix Rising Entertainment's Facebook page and on Things Network Facebook page, which we want to
Good
thank
Things
them.
Network.
What you see here, I'm the chapter of Things of Missouri. Denise and Ron are the chapter of Things in Florida. And Kat is the chapter of
Yep.
Things in Alabama.
Yes.
I had to think there for a second. I about said the wrong state. But anyway,
Where
we
were
want
you
to thank
sending me?
the wrong state. Don't worry. Don't
Okay.
worry. But
Oh, goodness.
anyway, and everybody check out Dark Realm TV on
Yes.
your Roku device or Amazon Fire TV, where you can find
And it's a subscription and it's fantastic.
right. It's $4.99 a month or $49.99 a year, and you
Yep.
get actually 3 months free for that year.
Yeah.
Roku's going to give you a month free, and then the price down there you get 2 months free on that $49.99. So that's one of the best deals out there. But you
Yeah,
can
it
find
is.
podcasts. You can find Denise's show over there, Kat's shows over there, this show over there. A lot of other podcasts are there, and movies. And we're talking old movies. One of the original Dracula movies is over there right now.
Yep. Which is
And
so
stuff.
cool.
Right. And but we want to thank them for adding us to that. So
Yes, we do.
everybody have a good evening, and I'll see you next Tuesday night with a
And you'll
guest.
see me
Yeah,
what day
where?
is this?
Yeah,
Wednesday.
Yes. You'll see
Wednesday.
me Wednesday.
yeah. She'll see her tomorrow night, here on
Yeah.
the Billerites Network.
Yeah, Kat, tell them about your shows real quick before we go.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Wednesday nights from 7 to 9 Central, I am the host of Paranormal Experienced with Kat Hobson. And I have investigators and I have scientists and I have people I investigate with. We share evidence, we share techniques, we share all kinds of funky, fun stuff. Denise and Ron have been there. It's fun. Carl's been there. He's fun. And on Sunday nights, I host Fate Mag Radio. It's the online voice of Fate Magazine, which is the oldest paranormal magazine going. We've been in publication since 1947. And I love ufology, and I get to talk about that there as well as ancient histories and mysteries and all the weird stuff. It's so much fun. So come watch me on either one. I love what I do. I'm fortunate to get to do it. So I like
Right.
sharing it too.
Well, everybody in the chat room, we want to thank you for joining us tonight.
Yes.
Everybody have a good evening, and we'll see you here on the Billerites Network tomorrow night. Have a good one.
Good night.
Nice.